Okay, people. All right. Settle down. Settle down. Bitcoin breaks more new highs. However, it's the weekend. It's the weekend coming up. It's look for a sell off. Look for a sell off. That's what I think. But I'm often wrong. So let's do the morning cryptos. Why not? Let's just go through it. Let's just go through the motions. Let's just get her done. All right, here we go. Start the music. Yeah. People, are you concerned? I don't know. I'm a little concerned that there's been no pullback. Um, yeah. And the thing is, I always tell people, don't chase a runaway market. But, geez, I thought it would have come back by now, right? You know, it's like, maybe we should call. You know, it's like when your teenage kid isn't back in time. You know, you're like, okay, what do we do now, right? What do we do now? What happens now? Oh my God. So I think really the only strategy that I can think of that remotely kind of keeps you from going all FOMO on this thing is to buy $20 a day. I don't know, or buy whatever you can afford every day. Because what if it doesn't come back ever, right? What if this really is just the beginning and the tipping point is tipping and is rocking and rolling? I don't know. I think it's going to come back as we approach SegWit a little closer. But I don't know. We don't know. No one knows. This has never happened before in the history of the world, people. That's what's blowing my mind. Let's go to a 1 hour chart. We have a little consolidation going on right at this second, or a little bit of profit taking, but not much. We had a little bit, and then a rise, and there's been very little consolidation. It's been all cranking up. So crazy. Let's look and see what the news has to say. 73.24 at the moment, and Bitcoin adds another 400 to its price a day after soaring past 7,000. CNBC, right? When the mainstream media people are talking about it, that's the key. Not everybody reads CoinDesk, and not everybody reads the Cointelegraph. But CNBC, that's on TVs all over the place, in waiting rooms at Firestone car repair places and doctors' offices and airports, and yeah. And so it begins, people. I think it's going crazy. But it doesn't seem like irrational exuberance, particularly when you realize that people all over the world have no other choice other than to put their money into Bitcoin. So I've not looked at any of the markets today, and so I'm going to look at them because my curiosity is driving me nuts. Bitcoin Cash. Let's go to the 1 day chart. Someone told me in my comments, and I probably get this wrong, that there's some guy who's like in charge of Bitcoin Cash, and the only way you can get mining equipment to mine Bitcoin Cash is by using Bitcoin Cash. The only place to get mining equipment for Bitcoin Cash, they only take Bitcoin Cash. But so the question is, why are people wanting to mine it? Oh, because they make a lot of money in the hash power. But is that really right? Who knows? See, then I lose it with the technical stuff. I go, argh. But Bitcoin Cash, 646. Yeah, why? Why is Bitcoin Cash at 646? And Ethereum is not, right? I don't get it. See, there's some things that, like, the fundamentals don't seem to make sense. It's just because there's not enough time in the day to collect all the information on all this stuff and have a life, right? So anyway, let's go back to Bitcoin on the 1 day chart. I can't stop looking at it. we have support here. And when it does retrace, it will come back to 6. But we're getting used to it. That's the hypnosis of money piece, people, is that it's like we get used to it. Just like I bought dinner the other day at a ramen noodle place, right? I bought a bowl of soup. Okay, it was really good soup, and it was a really good ramen noodle place, but it was $20. When's the last time that a bowl of ramen noodle soup cost $20, right? We're not noticing that the US dollar is getting smaller and smaller every year. We kind of are, but it's not. It's like that frog that they put in the pot, and they bring it to a boil slowly. The frog gets used to it and dies. But if you just put the frog in, boom, it hops right out. Okay, so we will get used to the new higher prices. But it is volatile, people. It is volatile. If you bought a Bitcoin today at 7,000, what is the likelihood that it's going to be worth 6,000 very soon? Probably pretty good. So that's the question I have, and it's like, I don't know what advice to give myself. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to keep buying $20 a day as much as I can afford it. I had to pay my rent. You know, we have bills to pay, but how do we get into this, right? And so basically, it's a gold rush, people. It's a gold rush. So anyway, I don't feel sad by it. I just feel humbled and awed by it. It's like, whoa. So Dash just kind of hanging in on its one support line there. It looks like it'll probably dip down to this other support line. But that's good. I don't think the cryptos are crashing. I've heard people say the cryptos are the alt cryptos are crashing. They're not. They're just not doing anything. But that's okay. That's buy signals, people. And you can't have everything. You will not make money on every crypto every day in every market. It's just not the way it's going to work. So EOS, for some reason, is cranking up. I've got to do some research today and find out why is EOS suddenly doing well when it is supposedly an improvement in 57 ways over Ethereum, but Ethereum is improving in 57 ways, and Ethereum has the name recognition and the volume. So, but look at the volume here on EOS. It's going crazy. And I have some. This is one thing I might have gotten right. So we'll see. Ethereum. Oh, a little green. I like a little green on Ethereum. Come on, Ethereum. Come on, Ethereum. Come on, baby. Come on, you can do it. So Vitalik Buterin basically outlined a 3 to 5 year plan the other day for Ethereum. And I don't know if DevCon is still going on or if they have concluded their festivities and their talks and workshops and breakout sessions down in Cancun. But I like seeing a little hope over here on Ethereum because it went down pretty low. And yeah, and I started buying it around 300. So I'll be in the money again soon, hopefully. I just think Ethereum's going to rock this year, people. It really is. So if you want to set yourself up for the next moves, you might want to check out some Ethereum. Again, this is not to be construed as financial advice. This is me going, just woke up. IOTA, still kind of hanging in. Good. Litecoin. Here's I want to see what Litecoin's doing. Oh, look at that. We have a little green. And again, every day I marvel at how Litecoin stays exactly the same price, but moves up on the bottoms. Excuse me. I don't know. I think it's amazing. Yeah, okay, Litecoin. Go, baby. Come on, sweetie. You can do it. Your mother and I are very proud of you. Okay, Neo. Little action in Neo on the 1 hour. Let me look at the 1 day. Yeah, little action. Little green. Little positive. Little support. Okay. We say go. Little green. Little positive. Little support. At some point, someone said that, the alts will follow Bitcoin eventually. But all the attention is on the Bitcoin right now. So that's actually a good thing, people. Wherever the crowd goes, look and see what the crowd isn't doing. It might be a good place for you. Let's look at Civic against Ethereum. Just kind of hanging in there on that support line. Quantum against Ethereum. I'm not even looking at Quantum against Bitcoin because it gets depressing. Okay. Yeah, it's hanging in. Okay, so that's it. Didn't take long. Not much to say, people. Not much to say. Just look at it. Just look at it and look at it. World Coin Index, a lot of green right now. A lot of green. And I don't know. The last time I saw this green, I got all excited. But EOS is up 18%. That's not bad. And it's number 6 now in volume. So there's something going on with EOS. I don't know if I can Google EOS news and find out right on camera what the hell is going on with EOS. EOS, the blockchain for commercial scale. That's a subreddit thing. News, EOS.io, July 6th. So is this Reddit thing recent? EOS on the up. I'm sure if you're an EOS fan, but overjoyed. Promoting Steam at new blah blah. EOS. Ethereum versus EOS. Shots fired on Reddit as Vitalik and Dan Larimer clash. Oh, that's in August. Okay, so Dan Larimer is the guy that created Steemit. It was it BitShares. But EOS price index. EOS bans Chinese investors. That's September. It's old news. Yeah, I don't know. I'll read this. See what the date is. And if this is really boring, people, I'll just edit it out. Okay, 4 hours ago, EOS 200% price pump catches traders off guard. EOS was one of the few altcoins to pump this week on Monday when the price took a turn to the upside, raking in returns for anyone who bought within the last 7 days. Okay. One of the few altcoins to pump this week, doubling in dollar price terms over 3 days in spite of a mostly depressed altcoin market. New money added $250 million to its market cap, trending up from 50 cents to $1.39 on Bitfinex. News of 3 exchanges listing EOS ERC20 tokens on their platform seem to bring in new volumes to support momentum. Since its ICO kickoff in July, it has been on a slow decline from $6 to 47 cents over 6 months. All that changed on Monday when the price took a turn. Okay, we know it took a turn, but why? Few expected the market to turn this quick. With 456 million tokens still left for distribution at a rate of 2 million per until July 2018. Oh, so they're going to keep doing this till July 2018. Some investors were holding out for lower prices. Damn, I was looking to make a huge play on EOS at around 50 and hodling. Hold on for dear life, by the way, is hodling. If it ever goes back to that price, it's a steal, I can tell you. Plenty of cries of a pump and dump followed on the project's community channels. However, looking at the chart, momentum was supported by 10 times as much volume as on typical days. But why? The volume from the initial run-up perpetuated tons of FOMO buying. Regular volume for EOS is 8 to 12 million daily. 7 hours ago, volume hit 25 million right now. It's at 75 million. Nuts. The steep rise only cooled off briefly yesterday by sharply selling off to find support at 91. It has since quickly bounced back to $1.13 and seems to be making another attempt at breaking the peak price. Triggers the unexpected run. Now they tell us. Okay, included an announcement by co-founder Brock Pierce about a $1 billion war chest backed by venture capital to support DApp development on EOS. Soon after, 3 international exchanges hauled in a new set of buyers after listing EOS, followed by a revelation by the development team that they were 4 weeks ahead of schedule. EOS is not due till mid-next year when the main blockchain will be deployed. So, like, people, this is let's just look at it again. Yeah, I'm probably... When did I start buying it? I might actually be in the money on EOS. I'll have to check. But again, no one expected anything because it's not really due to launch until next year. But the very fact is that they're working on it, right? But the thing is, Ethereum works now, right? And Ethereum has a head start, right? Even though EOS is supposedly going to be much faster, able to do a lot more transactions per second, blah, 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 blah. Well, Ethereum's working on that too, right? So in the long run, I think my money's on Ethereum. However, I think EOS, Civic, Neo, and they're kind of all similar in some ways. They may have differentiationals, but and I think the market's going to be big enough for all of them. But my money is still on Ethereum at the moment. So anyway, I think Ethereum is in a buy signal situation. It's in a sideways trading range. I've said it before. It's been that way since, since forever at this point. So anyway, that's it. I think I'm done. I'm done. I want to get you in and out. I want to get you out of here. Is it Friday? It's Friday, November 3rd, and this is day 96, I think, of my 90-day challenge. And I promised you guys kind of an interesting video yesterday, but I got really busy, so I'm going to do it today. I made the video. I'm going to tweak it a little bit. And so look for that later. And if you like what I do, I really appreciate you showing up, and I appreciate you giving me a thumbs up and do the little bell thing and leave a suggestion and subscribe. Oh, please subscribe. Please, please. I'm looking for a subscriber 401 right now. And we're keeping it small. We're keeping it, this is a community. I respond to all my comments, people, particularly the really good ones. And I want to know what you're thinking about, what you're curious about. And if you have answers to my questions, I love that as well. And so I'm going to do a little bit more research today and see what else is going on. And that's it. This has been the Morning Cryptos. And my name is Mark Shepard. And you are awesome, and you're going to be rich. Just you're going to make it. You're going to do it. Focus on your money, change your thoughts, and take small steps in the right direction every single day. And one day you'll wake up fabulously wealthy. And just remember, nothing I have said is to be construed as investment advice, because I'm a hypnotherapist. And I'm all about the human mind. But if you want to learn about your mind and how your mind will defeat you if you don't work with it and get it on your side, then you're in the right place. All right, so here we go. Start the music now. Boom.